Hello everyone. Hi guys. Welcome to my channel. It's good to have you guys today into today's webinar. Firstly, before we start, I'm going to test if you guys can see me and if you guys can hear me. So guys, can you hear me? Can you see me? Hi Jasak. Good evening everyone. Hi Ivona, good to see you again. Hi. So guys, can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay, if you can see me and if you can hear me, please say yes. Okay, guys, can you hear me? Can you see me? All right, okay, I see a lot of yes. Okay, great. So for those who don't know me, let me just introduce myself once again. My name is Moipe. I'm from Johannesburg in South Africa. I am one of many tutors here on Tutlo, and I love shopping. I love going out. I love traveling, and I love fashion shows. I mean, as a young person like me, it's good to explore good things out there. So I'm always online on the platform. So guys, I just don't host webinars, but I also tutor here on Tutlo. So guys, I am so excited to have you today, to have your beautiful faces on my webinar channel. So guys, this webinar will take about 30 minutes. And of course, I will give you guys a chance to ask questions throughout the webinar. And of course, at the end of the webinar, I will also give you guys a chance to ask me questions as well. Okay? And if there is anything that you don't understand, please do let me know so that I can explain it to you. Jacek, I'm going to answer your question. No, I don't see you guys, but you guys can see me and you can hear me. So this is just a presentation that I'm going to give you guys, and I can't see you guys. You guys are just going to listen to me. You will hear me, and you are allowed to send messages as we are doing right now. Okay, so that's all I can have with you guys, communicating through messages. So if you do have anything to say, you guys are welcome to write on our chat box. Throw anything that you have. Okay, any questions, guys, any comments, just write it on our chat box. Okay, so that's the real number one. And also, at the end of this webinar, at the end of my presentation, I'm going to ask you guys to answer the poll's question. Okay, so it will be 2 questions that I will require you guys to answer them, and yes, that will also help us if we can have more sessions like this in the future. Okay. So, and yeah, the rest we will have fun through our webinars, and I hope you guys are ready. So, guys, today's webinar is one of the lessons that we have here on Tutlo. So, I was requested to do this for you guys, as many of the students ask if they can have this in their webinar channel. Okay, and of course, yes, I said that I can do it. So, just a second to prepare my slides. Okay, just a second, guys. I'm just having a problem. All right, so guys, today's webinar will be about projects at work. Okay, so Excuse me. We have winter in Johannesburg, so it's a bit cold, and many of us are catching flu. So please don't mind me. I will cough here and often, okay? But don't worry, it won't disturb the lesson. So, guys, back to our topic, okay? So today's webinar will be about projects at work, okay? So many of us have projects at work that we do. So we also come across a lot of projects that our managers or even our boss ask us to do, all right? So um this lesson will be great for the business English intermediate. Okay, it's conducted from the business English intermediate. So I hope you guys will enjoy this. So let's get started. Moving on to our first slide. Okay, so this is just an overview of what we are going to talk about. So today we are going to talk about projects at work. We will also discuss project vocabulary and collocations, all right? So guys, as you know that vocabulary means new word, okay? So this will give you a chance to learn some new words, of course, of which that's what most of us want to hear, okay? And also remember that when we're talking about collocations, collocation is a word that is often used with another word or phrase. Okay, this is a word or phrase that is often used with another word or phrase in a way that sounds correct to people who have spoken the language all their lives, but might not be expected from the meaning. All right. For example, I can say, let me see if I have more examples for you, okay? Okay, so we can have a words like hard and frost, okay? When you combine those two words, okay, they will give you a hard frost, okay? And also we can have words like let's see, okay, you will get to have more of them in the next page, okay? So, moving on. What is a project? Okay, so many of us will have projects but not know what is a project. Okay, what do we mean by a project? So guys, a project is a contemporary business and science treat as a project any undertaking carried out individually or collaboratively and possibly involving research or design that is carefully planned to achieve a particular aim. All right. So, as we have different jobs and also we have different um, titles at work, we have different projects as well. Okay, so you might have projects in the sales team, you might have projects in the logistics team, you might have projects in the marketing team. Okay, so these are different as we have different types of jobs. Okay, so but a project usually involves research or design, and at the end of the day we need to achieve that goal. Okay, so I hope you guys understand this. Do you guys have any questions regarding the definition of a project? Any questions so far? Any questions, guys? Is everything clear? Not yet. Okay. All right, that's great. Okay, so guys, we will go to the next page, okay? So here, what I've prepared is the language focus, of which we are going to focus on the project vocabulary, okay? Of course, this also include the project deadlines and, oh, I mean, sorry, This also includes the project phrases and collocations. Okay, so the first one that we have is the deadline. Okay, so the collocations or the phrases that we have is meet a deadline, you make a deadline, or miss a deadline. Okay, so but someone will ask what is a deadline. Okay, so when we're talking about a deadline, this is the latest time or date by which something should be completed. Okay, so oftenly when we have projects, we need to meet our deadlines. Okay, so if your time period, for example, your project has to last for about 10 days, so then you have to meet your deadline and make your project be completed in 10 days. Okay, and also, you need to make a deadline. For example, this is your project. You need to make a deadline for yourself that I need to complete this project in about 10 days or in a month time. Okay. So to miss a deadline. So to meet a deadline is when you don't meet your requirements, okay? Like the deadline that you have set for yourself or that the company have set for yourself, okay? So that is to miss a deadline, all right? So that's the first vocabulary that we have just learned, okay? So now we will go to the next one, which is objectives, okay? So with the collocations that are related or associated with objectives, the first one is set objectives or work towards objectives. So one will ask, what is an objective, okay? So an objective is a thing aimed at or sought or even a goal to achieve, all right? So that is an objective. So of course you set an objectives, okay? We set objectives. So for example, in your project, you are going to set goals, okay, that you need to achieve at the end of the day. So that is objectives, okay? And of course, you need to work towards your objectives, okay, so that they can be achievable at the end of the day, okay? So you need to set objective or make goals, then work towards them so that you can see the final result, okay? So that was about objectives, okay? So now we're going to the next word, okay? Of which is a schedule. So collocations that are associated with schedule is fall behind schedule and set a schedule. So what does a schedule mean? What is a schedule? Okay. So a schedule is a plan for carrying out a process or procedure or giving a list of intended events and times. Okay. For example, um, well, each and every of us have a planned schedule of the things that we need to do at the end of the day or at the end of the week or at the end of the month. Okay. For example, um, from Monday to Friday, you know that you have to go to work, and after work, you have to come back, cook. Then, if you are studying or if you have to do some work, you have to do that. You have to shower. So that is a schedule because it's something that you do, okay? And if you have a project, of course, you need to have a schedule of the things that you have to do or you have to um, achieve at the end of the day. All right. So fall behind schedule is when you don't do things according to your schedule or according to how you have planned your things. Okay. Set a schedule, of course, is to make a list of the things that you have to you have to do at the end of the day. Okay. That is to set a schedule. All right, so guys, I have spoken a lot on this page. Any questions so far? All right, so I hope you guys understand this page as I will go to the next page, okay? Okay, so um this is another word that okay, so thank you so much. So the next word is a budget, okay? So of course when we are having projects, we have budgets, okay? So how can you have a project if you don't have a budget? So the collocations that are oftenly or the phrases that are oftenly used with the word budget are run over budget, set a budget, and stay on a budget. Okay, so what is a budget? Okay, a budget is an estimate of income and expenditure for a set period of time. All right. So we also have like financial budget. Um, I mean, the synonyms for budget is the financial plan, the financial estimate, or revenue. Okay. So, and of course, we have budgets at home for our household, and we also have budget at work. Okay, so what is to run over a budget? Set a budget and stay on a budget. Well, I would like to start with set a budget. Okay, so for your project you need to set a budget. Okay, so you need to set a budget. For example, your project will, just an estimation, your project will take about $7,000 to complete. Okay, so you need to set that budget. Then you have to stay on a budget. Okay, so staying on a budget is that you need to make sure that um, you are able to maintain your budget goals. Okay, you need to, and to run over your budget is when you spend over than what you have expected. Okay, that is to run over a budget. Okay, and of course the next word that we have, okay, is resources. All right, so and the words or phrases that are often used with the word resources are use resources and make resources, okay? But one will ask that what are resources, okay? So, guys, when we're talking about resources, these are a stock or supply of money, even materials, staff, and other assets that can be drawn on by a person or an organization in order to function effectively. Of course, when we have projects, we need to have resources, okay, so that we can be able to achieve our projects, okay. So, um, our resources that we need may be in terms of money, in terms of out, inputs, maybe things that are we going to need. For example, if your project is to build houses, of course you're going to need resources like bricks, you need cement, you need soil, you need workers, you also need things that are needed to build a house, okay. So those are the resources that are needed, okay, for our projects, okay. And last but not least, we have skills, okay. So, and the words that are oftenly used with skills are gain new skills, develop your skills, use people's skills as well, okay. But what is a skill? So, guys, a skill is ability to do something well, all right? Or you can expertise on that, okay? So, to gain new skills is when you have learned something and you adapt to it, okay? Same as develop your skills, okay? In the workplace or anyway, you can develop your new skills, okay? Use people's skills as well. In the project, of course, you are going to use other people's skills because you cannot do everything alone, okay? So that is a project. All right. So, guys, any questions so far? Do you have any questions? So is everything clear? Do we all understand? Don't be shy. You can ask questions. Thank you so much. All right, okay. So guys, that was about project vocabulary, okay? So I'm also going to give you tip for today, okay? So guys, don't forget to learn collocations when you learn a new word, okay? You can always Google the word, for example, deadline collocations, all right? Then you will find thousands of words that are that have the word deadlines, collocations that have the word deadlines. And of course, if you also want to learn more collocations with another word, you can always say project collocations for instead. Okay, so guys, that's all for me today. So this is the time for you guys to ask me questions and I'll give you answers. Any questions? Any questions so far? Okay, I see a question. Have you ever been involved in some projects in Tutlo? Well, a webinar is one of the projects that I'm currently running here on Tutlo. So of course, this is one of my projects that I'm doing. And besides here on Tutlo, well, I do have projects that I do run at school as I'm a university student. I'm currently doing my BCom honors in transport economics. So I do have projects like research project where I have to, well, I'm researching about the number of youth, the travel behavior of young people in metropolitan areas in Gauteng or Johannesburg. Okay, so that is one of my projects that I'm currently running. And that requires me to do a lot of research, surveys, and even questionnaires. So, but here on Tutlo, this is the only project that I have besides tutoring. So this is the biggest project that I'm currently running. But soon I'll be having another project where I'll be writing slides, tutoring slides for you guys, and I'll be preparing materials for you guys. So that's another project that I'm hoping to get, but it's promising as well. Any questions? Any other questions, guys? You can ask me anything. Okay, best wishes. Thanks for answers and presentation. Thank you so much. Okay, so I guess there are no more questions. So now, guys, I'm going to open our polls. So I'm going to start a poll, where I will require you guys to, it's like a sort of a voting. Okay, so the first poll that going to open. I've just opened now. How useful was the webinar? So if this was very useful for you, or quite useful or not very useful, okay? So you guys can just click on any of that, okay? If it was very useful, quite useful or not very useful. But I hope I won't get not very useful. So guys, okay, I will give you guys about a 1 minute to vote for this. Okay, so I'm going to set my time. Okay, so it starts now. Okay, time is ticking. Okay, guys, so 10 seconds remaining. All right, so I guess everyone have voted. Thank you. Okay, all right. Thank you so much, guys. So I can see that this was useful for you guys. Thank you. So the majority says very useful. Thank you. And let's go to the next one, okay? So I'm just going to do another poll. So the second one says, um, would you like to would you like to take part in similar events in the future? So you can say yes or no. Okay, so I'm going to set another time right now. All right, so I guess everyone is doing that now. Okay, so guys, about 10 seconds remaining. Okay, so I'll be closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. All right, yay, I got 100%. Okay, so guys, I guess that I will be seeing you tomorrow in my next webinar. Okay, so guys, thank you so much. That was really lovely. I had, I can see oh, Ivona, you can't see the poll. Okay, I think you have this problem every time we have our webinar. So I'm going to report this to you. I'm going to report this, all right, so that they can try to see if there's any problem or anything. All right, so let me see something. But don't worry. Thank you so much. I will report this as soon as possible. All right. Yes, of course. Oh, okay, great. You can see. All right. Okay. So yeah, we do have delays. I'm aware of that, and I'm really sorry, guys. But for those who have managed to vote on the poll, thank you so much, guys. And remember that you can follow us on Facebook, on LinkedIn, as well as on YouTube. Okay. So, guys, thank you so much. It was really nice to present this to you guys. I had a great time. And Tomorrow I have another webinar, same time, same place. I will see you tomorrow for those who can be able to join me. So guys, have a great evening. If you haven't had dinner, you must have a delicious dinner. Have fun, guys, and good luck for tomorrow at work, and have a nice evening. Bye and good night. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye, guys.